cake has cooled down, we can start cutting it into the shapes that we need. So for our little snack cakes, we are doing 8.5 by 15 centimeters. And I've actually just made myself a little guide just to make it easier. We should be able to get about 6 of these. So I'm going to transfer my sponge now onto a cutting board and start cutting them into my sizes. If things start getting a little bit sticky, you can dust over a little bit of confectioner's sugar. So you want to take each individual piece and we're going to actually shave a little bit off the end of our sponge, just to kind of give it a slant. Anyway, I will cut this now on a 45-degree angle. And this is going to sit at the base of our sponge. So when we roll it, it's just going to sit a lot better. Okay, so when we roll it, like so, it's just going to sit nicely. Okay. So I'm going to do that for each piece, almost like making a little ramp at the end. So as you can see, your stable chantilly cream is going to be very, very stiff, as you can see here. It's nice and stable, especially for using in your Swiss rolls. Now I'm going to go ahead and start putting on my cream. Now with the cream, we do want to make sure that we leave a space both at each end, just so we don't have all of that cream squeezing out the sides. So I've made it about 5 millimeters in thick, and I've left about 1 centimeter on either side. Now we're going to go in with our offset spatula and we're just going to swipe down our little slope here with that cream. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We want like a nice thinner cream on that side. Now we're going to start rolling each one, and as before we had already pre-cut all of these. So we're going to start at our straight edge. We have the slope far away from us. I'm going to carefully start rolling our sponge roll. So you can see the seam is at the base, and we're just going to smooth out our cream, and on the other side as well. Okay, and just pop the seam on the bottom like so. So now you just want to transfer these guys into the refrigerator. And you just want to cover these guys up either with some cling wrap, or I actually have a container lid that fits onto this tray. And we're going to put these into the refrigerator for about 4 to 6 hours, or into the freezer for about an hour. We really want them to firm up nicely and take in all the flavour from the cream. So I've just taken my sponge rolls out of the fridge. They were actually in there overnight. You can freeze them for about an hour just to make them nice and firm. I'll leave that completely up to you. I already have my white chocolate dairy-free glaze ready to go, and we're going to dip these individually. So I've got a couple of forks here which I'm going to use to help. If you do find that your jug is a little bit too narrow, you can transfer it into a larger container. Just want to carefully dip into your chocolate. Make sure you get a good coating. Just let that excess drip. And then onto your paper. And then continue on with the rest. So now that they're all glazed, I'm just going to transfer these into the fridge for about 20 minutes just for them to set up nicely before I do the last decoration. So I've had my cakes just chilling for about 20 minutes and I'm going to decorate these now, and I thought they'd look really nice as kind of like a zebra cake, really similar to the Little Debbie snack cakes with the zebra design. So I've just gone ahead and melted some dark chocolate. And I've got a little cone here, or you can use like a piping bag. And you just want to snip off the end how much you want off. We can do a little test here. Oh, they look so cute. I'm just going to pop them into the fridge for about another 20 minutes. Just make sure that they are fully set before we can serve them. So now we can plate up our zebra little snack cakes. And in my piping bag here, I just have a little bit of glucose syrup. And I'm just going to put a couple of dots on my pastry cards here, just so the cake will stick. We don't need much. And any of that chocolate glaze which has pooled at the bottom, I like just to run a knife around just to cut any of that excess off. So I think they turned out so cute. Thinking of taking something so simple and nostalgic that you would find traditionally in a grocery store and making it fancy and completely vegan. So with these cakes, you can store them in the refrigerator for at least a week. They're going to last a very long time. They're going to keep very moist. Because of that glaze, it's encased all the moisture inside. So these are fantastic cakes to make ahead of time. Great for food service. I hope you give it a try. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some photos of these now and give you a glimpse of what it looks like on the inside.